All right, so this morning I don't love anything. That's been the theme of this week. But we do have Delta Airlines that had earnings, kind of mixed earnings. But I think that we have a pretty good level of resistance here for a gap give and go. So this is going to be my primary watch on the open. I think airlines overall are kind of down as well. There are some new data release that said airlines overall are bookings are down for the fourth straight month, I think they said. So watching DAL. Also, we'll be watching for a opening range break. So taking a second chance off the opening range break, and then VWAP continuations. And then Tesla it's still overextended on the daily, has not had a red day. So just kind of looking for when that's going to happen. Justin likes to pop into this 267 area high of day, which is kind of what it did yesterday for a short. So maybe we can get what we got yesterday as well. So big volume there, above VWAP, breaks all those candles, and let's see if we can go touch the highs here. Tesla has been like extremely aggressive lately. So I'm just kind of betting that the aggression is going to continue until it doesn't. So hopefully VWAP was going to hold here. And then we're going to put like an inside bar or two and then get aggressive again and break through those tops. Rebid off of VWAP. And then, so this should break through this range here. You have new traders that are getting in because of VWAP. Has a nice little wick where you can place your stop right below VWAP. Take this opening range break, and it should just go boom right into 267. Kind of struggling here. gonna get out. Go look at some other stuff. SOUN is also at the top of its range. TAL is now it's an SSR. I can take this as well. So break here, this bar here. There we go. So I really like this type of pre-market action or market action where it kind of just goes right into VWAP. This is like sort of a VWAP continuation, but I'm going to take it on less risk, right? And always my biggest So I initially saw some selling when I entered, but it looks like we're seeing some buying right now. So gonna be pretty protective about this. I did expect it to roll over right then, and it's not. And I'm seeing a lot of green prints right now, so I'll just get out if it starts to hold above this 9 EMA. So I want to see it making new lows here. So this is 50. Oh, shit. Trying to get on DAL here. I just went and checked a bunch of airlines. These are really selling off now. So I took this short here below high of day. Qs are selling really hard. Gosh, crazy. So opening range break on NVIDIA. We do get volume. And just looking for a second chance. So here's the rebid. All right, so here's my second chance. And we're going right into low day. And Justin's already partialing out of his position. I mean, I'm assuming those were partials. Yeah, he's partialing out of his position. So I just took half here on the overextension into 2 minute. And we had even more volume here. Just take another. It does look like it's starting to rebid here. Probably fucked that up. So I'll just do the I'll just do the 2-bar break now on the 2-minute. I'm only holding 25% of my position. Yeah, I'll take another. Justin is taking some into this area as well, but this is so far extended that I'm just taking another. Half. And just looking for a 2-bar break. Hopefully it won't get too aggressive and can break this one. That would be like, I feel like too much. On the 1-minute, we are getting $131.19. I think I'm gonna get out at 131.19. Yep. It's a lot of selling. It's only at 1.2 R volt. Qs are straight down as well. Tesla is puking. There might be like some VWAP play that we can do on Tesla. So we have a rebid candle here. A lot of buying there. Still holding for the 2-bar break. And the closer we get to the 90 MA, the less likely I am to do this 2-bar break. But yeah, if it just rebids and reclaims this 131 level, I'm out. Into it and out. Now I'm looking for our band. Justin just got flat. So NVIDIA did this twice in a row. But I would say it was so aggressive that I couldn't get in because I was in it. It was okay. So Justin just went short Tesla. It's really funny. I don't know the best way to get involved here. I mean, I guess I could say here. I just feel like it's too far extended already. So you can see it might be establishing a base here. NVIDIA. But I do think we have a pretty good area here. My multi-bar break. So looking for rubber band here in SOXL. This is 62. So break of like 64, 62. So NVIDIA is going SOXL. So our areas of concern are going to be here and here. This would be, and then over for NVIDIA, nothing really, just the opening range break because it just fell so quickly. I guess here on the, yeah, I don't know, 2 minute, nothing really. So I feel like best case scenario, I mean, volume should probably be around 133.09. Uh, 133 area for VWAP, where this guy is going to be around 6750 area. Those would probably be best case scenarios. So I can talk a little bit about why I'm taking this trade. Is obviously we had a lot of selling off, but moreover, this is yesterday's low day, which it wasn't able to break through. Started consolidating, put in like 5 or 6 inside bars, and then yeah, breaks through it. And we also had the prior consolidation here. So yeah, all these factors. NVIDIA is also basically doing the same thing. So this is the sector ETF, which it really didn't sell off nearly as much as NVIDIA did, or as hard. So I was thinking about trading NVIDIA, but I felt like I don't like that inverted hammer. NVIDIA still looks strong. So this was basically, it's not really a backside, but you can see that this level is starting to provide some resistance. A little bit of selling into it. We still are holding the 9 EMA on the 1 and the 2 minute. 2 minute really does not look good right now. A lot of buying there on the tape that just happened. Video looks like it is breaking out. A lot of selling there at this resistance level, but it looks like it just completely ate it. So let's see a bid step up and hold this 50 level, 66.50. So I want to see this 1 minute candle get above it and open above. I think that would give a lot more traders confidence in this move. So we're above now, 61. We got a new candle. That was a nice push, likely led by NVIDIA. So now we want to start to see this area hold. And perhaps whoa, there's a lot of selling there. So we do have like a trend. It's not a very good trend. So we haven't likely seen a good enough pullback that we can base off of. But we are going still holding above this 50 level. So that's what I'm really watching. Now we sort of just had this breakout, and then this will be the retest. And on NVIDIA, it has a much steeper slope, I think. Yeah, so we're like right there. Much steeper slope on NVIDIA. And again, where really our target area is going to be this opening range break area at 133. So I would expect that's where most everyone is taking their targets. I only take my target at VWAP or until I feel like it's done, which is usually once it's put in like a low or a backside or something like that. And then I will, especially if it kind of breaks through a backside and then fails to the bottom of the backside. So NVIDIA is losing its trend right now. So that is not good. And that is a lot of selling. But I would expect it to rebid. Now we've gone to SOXL's trend, and again, I would expect this to rebid. And I'm not really in any trouble since I'm in such a good position. It might retest and then go. I feel like that would be hopefully too much of a pullback. And then really I'm just looking for some higher low to be put in so that we can trend off of. Here we have a much nicer slope. So hoping that this sort of trend holds and then NVIDIA starts to rebid. and then put in a higher low that we can continue the trend toward VWAP. But it doesn't look like it's doing that. There's a nice rebid candle. And so if I draw, this would be like the top of the move. Right. Bottom of the move. I've done this in a while. I forget what I'm doing. You can need to do it from this side. Yeah, so this would be a little bit more than a 50% pullback here. 3% pullback would be here. But I do find that they normally put in like a higher, like a 50 to 60% pullback. But this is what creates the backside. So this is the distinct low. This is what Jeff talks so much about, being a distinct. So this is very distinct. And now, like if for instance you take this break here, it comes back up, you have a very distinct place to put your stop at because it's on that rebid. And I feel like SOXL's not doing anything that bad right now. Did this inverted hammer that don't really like. And it does look like it's struggling. And it's not like quickly moving away, so I'm going to be pretty quick to exit here. So my entry is at 73, so this is just a break-even trade. Tesla is still holding. I think we did get into the 70s, so 77. And NVDA at least looks like it's going to push. SOXL is starting to look like it's really struggling here, though. And I will likely hit out here. I'll just hit out. Perhaps I should have waited for. Now we have this Tesla that came up through VWAP, attempted to make a push, and now, I'm expecting the market to kind of sell off now. And Justin is still short Tesla. I have this distinct high above VWAP and probably I'll take it for the break of 266.50. You have a prior resistance area that it broke out from. Do have a rebid here. Yeah, so this is interesting here. We are looking strong. This is still high of day sort of resistance area. Qs are starting to sell off. All right, so I'm just gonna go short there. That was an aggressive move. Aggressive dump. Qs are selling off low of day. And like ideally, Tesla could have a red day. Crap. My stop actually should be here. Is it? Yeah, it is. It is. So I automatically don't like that it held that. Oh my god. Now just in shorted Apple, which I think I can maybe. I don't like it. Yeah, this whole idea would be that we could get a first red day. At 8 consecutive green days. Yeah, I think this should actually go now. And I really don't want to see it rebid again. Okay, so I want to see volume increase, tape speed up, bids start getting flushed. So the idea here is that we should be able to make new lows, and we should have a first red day. So what am I going to do if this thing rebids and gets back above 50? There's some selling there. So this is 265.38. Hmm. There's no volume on this though. Okay. It's a very interesting candle. Q's tried to make it back above this consolidation area and also went below it. So, like, one thing I'm struggling with is I'm trying to make sure I'm involved whenever this does crack because it can get pretty, I would expect some very aggressive selling when it does crack. Um, and I just want to be, involved in that. So if we get, I'm really looking for, like prior bar breaks or something. Like, Definitely feel like I'm early on it though. Got involved very early in this move, and is it going to roll over? Well, quite possibly. But I mean, Qs are hanging down on lows, and it really looks like it's been fighting this whole time. There's some selling. That volume's not really there though. Qs are going lower. Cool. So this is S1. This area would be like S2. Then we would be red on the day, and I was expected to get pretty aggressive. We are at low of day. Well, we should take some into this low day. This is exactly what we want to see. All right, so I just took half. Oh, there's some selling there. But again, having the higher time frame picture in mind, these are kind of rebidding here as well. This didn't really offer support like I thought it would, and instead it just dumped really hard. And so we are also, at the bottom of this pre-market area today. And then we're gonna have, this is gonna be like low of day yesterday into here. Justin got flat. And 67. Justin got flat, and he said that he covered his stock, but he's holding 260 puts for the bigger move. It's a big volume candle here on the Qs. So this would be like 1 ATR. Put that on a So here is a multi-bar break. Don't want to see that. I'm just gonna take half. So that's a 2-bar break here on big volume. It's Qs are starting to consolidate as well. And then now I'm just going to hold. This is a bigger move idea. So I will hold the rest for 90 MA break on the 2 minute. I really don't like this, but it did close above, and the volume is lower, but hopefully this will fail from here, coming to the 90 MA, but I really don't like that engulfing candle. So this is perfect. Came up into the 9 EMA and then starting to sell. So first step is going to be to reclaim this 9 EMA on the 1 minute. And yeah, I think whoever bought maybe this breakout or something, they're going to be getting out, in this area for continuation. Q's kind of breaking out of that trend. So I really don't like this, how quickly this got bought up. But what I do like is now I have a distinct high, right? So before we're just kind of using the 9 EMAs as a way to provide us an area to exit our position when we don't really have that area defined within the price action. And price action is king, right? So just use the 9 EMA as sort of a guardrail. But now we have an actual price area that has been defined. So now we have a really good stop. We're starting to, sell a lot. So I think like if we close, I think anywhere near. Whoa. Yeah, if we close anywhere near like these lows. So I think I just, this is a pre-market low, which is reason why we're covering into this addition to the overextension. Just rebids off of that. So this is what I don't want to see. Yeah, so it's put in it's rebidding. And this is a backside. So hopefully this won't resolve, and instead people are trying to buy this and then it just dumps. So they have to get out. This is a 79, so hopefully we'll get a break on that. But yeah, this is a traditional backside. People are aiming for VWAP again. It is 11:15, so I feel like maybe it's a little late, but regardless, I don't like it. And SOXL backside just fired, which is interesting because yeah, I'd say that's not a backside. So volume on this still holding trend. $263.66. I'll just move this up so I can manually stop out of this. So 263.66. And if it doesn't get above this, we're going to lose trend, and it's effectively just going to put in a lower high. Do have this resistance here, so really hoping this holds up. That way I can be involved in this move. Otherwise, I'm going to have to exit the position and go about my day. $66. And I think my exit entire position, I have on a limit order, but I think I really should move that to a market order. So often when I'm partialing out, I'm partialing into, a move or something. It's usually because I'm making money or whatever it is. But when I'm exiting, I oftentimes just want to bail out of those positions. So I think I need to change those hotkeys to be market orders. And DAL skipped on me. Tesla, I think, did yesterday as well. But Tesla's not doing anything wrong right now. If you're buying this, you're waiting on this breakout, I think definitely it's not doing anything wrong yet. You just need a little bit of volume and to break through. And there's some tape speed, and then, yep, just exit. Okay, well, I was down like $80 and then up 75, so pretty volatile day for me. I'll just do my trade review. Wild day. So I took this as a sort of a gap give and go. That's the key I hit, at least. It's not gap give and go, but I'm basically rebidding off of the open or something close. So I got long here as volume started kicking in. Not a bad place. I really thought we were going to hit 5-day and then start doing this crap, but it didn't get going, so just got out. So this was like I don't know, a B trade, I guess. But the fact is I'm just trying to be like really selective right now, and I felt like I could have been more selective. So if I'm grading myself up on selectivity, this is a C, selectivity trade. Then we'll go into DAL. What? Justin just got short. What? Whatever. All right, so DAL. Yeah, I thought this was like an A trade, I think. So kind of rebids, does an inverted hammer, prior bar breaks. This really should have gone down. Didn't. In fact, got with volume above VWAP, so just got out of that for almost a full loss. So yeah, but this was a good trade. Next trade, I think was also on DAL. So this one we are getting close to the whole gap give and go strategy, but at this point it's not like a gap give and go. But it does fail off of here. I think we do have a pretty good trend as well. So this was a pretty good trade. But the problem I have with this trade is it's not a gap give and go because it's not. So like, what is it? Sort of a discretionary break of trends. It's not a bad trade like a B trade, but selectivity, it's a C trade. Next trade I took was on Tesla, where basically went into high of day off of this really big move. This is kind of what we did yesterday. We started to break down, but we just immediately rebid. So I took this as a higher risk trade, which, in retrospect, probably shouldn't, because it's not a rubber band, and I can get involved maybe with C risk or something, but to use higher risk on this one, I guess I don't know. I don't really like the risk on it. Selectivity, I don't know. This is a B selectivity. I think it's not a bad. Just using incorrect risk. And then I took NVDA. So Justin goes short for the opening range break, as he often does. Stop just above. Whoa. Yeah, sorry. They just sped up a bit. I guess I have to be done though. But so let's go into NVIDIA. Justin took this long or short for a opening range break with his stop just above the prior candle on the 2-minute bar. So his stop would have been above here. And I get involved. I don't like the opening range breaks, even though we did get volume confirmation with volume coming in here. Instead, we get the opening range break. We come back and do a retest of the opening break price. And so I get short as we break the prior bar low here. So a second chance. Then it just sells off. It goes low of day. Still selling right now. Tape is really speeding up, actually. So we go to prior day. And then really get some extensions, so just kind of selling, covering into that overextension. Looks like it's starting to rebid, so I just cover another half. And then we start getting really extended. So I just cover another half. Then it does this consolidation, and it does a multi-bar break after kind of putting out a base. And so I get flat into the 2-bar break. So you can see basically this multi-bar break is where I'm getting flat into that move. And really, I'm trying to get ready for a rubber band, because NVIDIA has done this many times, where it starts selling off really hard, and then it will recover and then do a rubber band straight into VWAP on like 3 or 4 candles. So I got ready for that, and then my next trade is going to be on SOXL, where I did take this for a rubber band. I felt like SOXL set up a lot better than NVIDIA did. You can see it didn't sell off as hard, and it just sort of put in, even its opening range break is like weird. Anyway, so I put in this level here, which I ultimately wasn't able to get above, but I think the rubber band was really nice. So we put in this was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bar break. And we have this prior level here that it breaks back upon on higher volume. So really solid entry here, straight into the prior resistance level, prior support levels, which is now resistance. So you can see it almost puts in like a backside, kind of fails here, and then it really should have gone here, but didn't get the volume. It's watching NVIDIA this whole time. NVIDIA was doing something fairly similar. Comes back in the trend. Again, really should see this start to trend higher into VWAP, but it can't. And so I just get out as it does a multi-bar break through here, which is almost break even. It could have also come into like a second chance and then try to go again. I do see that often. So for instance, something like this. But I mean, there's a lot of selling today. So just kind of getting out of that. Fix this. Yeah, and so I was pretty negative on the day, like 80 negative on the day. And then I took my final trade here. Tesla. So Justin, during this move, SOXL, he actually went short, I think around here, which I'm assuming his stop was above here. He also has puts on at 260. But yeah, so I'm kind of waiting to get short. It's kind of wicking around. It did make this really nice candle that I really liked. And then so I just get short as it breaks down from this consolidation area. You could see this was a prior breakout area where it broke out on volume. So it gets below that level and I get short. And it does recover and stuff before it starts really selling. But yeah, it gets going and starts selling. You can see all this volume comes in. We go right through the lows, and again, we are really looking for the first red day, which, I mean, we might get. It is fighting a lot still. So we come right into, this was the pre-market low, so just cover half into that. It rebids and does a 2-minute bar break, but instead of getting flat where I normally would get flat on this type of move, I just want to hold this for a bigger move. And so instead I want to get out at the 90 MA. And so it comes up to the 90 MA, but then immediately sells off. And so I thought this was a really good hold for the bigger move. Unfortunately, it does put in a backside and then ends up curling and breaking out for, looks like it might roll over again. So I thought this was a really good hold for a bigger move on a bigger, higher time frame idea. So overall, I mean, this was obviously like an A trade for me. Overall, I just need to be even more selective. Selectivity always remains my biggest issue. And I feel like if I just wait for things like Justin's so patient, he's so good at doing this, but if I just wait for this, you know, second chance, like this works so often and my risk to reward is so high on it. I just need to work on scaling this move up. Right now, I mean, second chance is like lower for me, but if I really just start cutting out all this other crap that I'm doing and just really focusing on taking my mental energy and focusing on sizing up just these moves, I think I can really start, you know, moving towards more consistent trading. So overall, you know, I give myself maybe like a B today. I feel like I could have had a much bigger day today, but I am happy that I was able to use this higher time frame Tesla idea to turn my day around, and the market completely melting, of course, helped that as well.